Welcome to Elderly Pathways, a space dedicated to guiding those in their golden years toward a life filled with dignity, peace, and wisdom. As we step into the age range of 55 to 75, life begins to unfold in deeper and more meaningful ways. With the accumulation of experiences, we gain a unique perspective that shapes our understanding of the world and ourselves. This is a time when we reflect on our past, embrace our present, and look forward to the future with clarity. But with this new perspective comes a valuable truth. There are certain aspects of life that are best kept private as we age. These are not secrets born out of shame, but choices made to protect our dignity, preserve our autonomy, and safeguard our peace of mind. It's in this age of wisdom that we realize the importance of maintaining control over the narrative of our lives. Privacy becomes a powerful tool, allowing us to define ourselves on our own terms, free from the pressures of societal expectations. Imagine living in a world where your age, financial status, or personal health isn't constantly scrutinized or used to judge your worth. In this space, you have the freedom to embrace each day without the burden of unnecessary judgments or assumptions. Why is it so important to keep certain things to yourself during these years? The answer is simple. It's about ensuring that your sense of self remains intact. Keeping certain aspects of your life private doesn't diminish you. It empowers you to live authentically without external interference. Join us as we explore the secrets to navigating this stage of life with grace and autonomy. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is say nothing at all. Let's begin with the first and perhaps most underestimated secret: your age. Now you might be thinking, what's the big deal? It's just a number, right? But here's where it gets interesting. In our youth-obsessed culture, revealing your age can unlock a floodgate of silent judgments and subtle biases. The moment you share how many candles were on your last birthday cake, people may begin to see you through a different lens, one that doesn't reflect your true spirit, energy, or capabilities. Ageism is real, even if it often hides in plain sight. You might notice people speaking slower to you, offering unnecessary help, or assuming you've lost your edge. Suddenly, your sharp mind, vibrant personality, and rich life experiences are overshadowed by a simple number. What's worse, they might start making decisions for you: where to live, what to do, even how to think, based solely on their assumptions of what someone your age should be like. But here's the truth. Your age doesn't define you. You are not your birth year. You are your laughter, your resilience, your stories, your triumphs. By choosing not to disclose your age, you reclaim control of how others perceive you. You shift the focus back to what really matters: who you are today, not the digits on your birth certificate. So next time someone asks, "How old are you?" smile, take a breath, and remember, mystery isn't just intriguing, it's empowering. Because when you stop letting the number speak for you, the world is forced to listen to your voice instead. Stay with us because the next secret is even more revealing. Now let's dive into another crucial aspect of life that deserves your privacy: money. Money is one of the most sensitive topics, and it's often the elephant in the room during social gatherings or family conversations. Whether you've managed to accumulate wealth over the years or you're navigating more modest financial circumstances, your financial situation is yours to control, and it's far better left unsaid. When it comes to finances, sharing too much can lead to unforeseen complications that may affect your relationships and your peace of mind. If you're comfortable with a substantial bank balance, disclosing your wealth can unintentionally open the door to jealousy and expectations. Suddenly, friends or family may start to treat you differently, seeing you less as a person and more as a wallet to be tapped into. The requests for loans, financial support, or even guilt trips to contribute to causes can multiply. Even well-intentioned relatives may begin to view you as a resource rather than a person. It creates an imbalance where you are no longer respected for your character, but rather for your financial status. On the flip side, if you're struggling financially, revealing that can invite pity or judgment, sometimes even unsolicited advice about how you should have managed your money. People may make assumptions about your choices, not realizing that everyone's financial journey is unique and that circumstances can be unpredictable. Here's the thing, money doesn't define your worth, and it certainly doesn't define your relationships. By keeping your financial matters private, you preserve your dignity and ensure that the people in your life value you for who you truly are, not for the state of your bank account. So the next time someone pries into your finances, remember, the more they know, the less freedom you have. Keep it private and keep your peace. And now let's move into even more delicate territory, family secrets. Every family, no matter how picture-perfect it may appear on the outside, carries its own set of stories. Some joyful, others painful, and many best kept behind closed doors. As we age, we gain a deeper understanding of the complex bonds between parents, children, siblings, and spouses. These relationships are layered with love, misunderstandings, memories, and sometimes even regret. But here's the golden rule. What happens within the family should stay within the family. Why? Because once a family issue is shared with outsiders, even in passing, it can take on a life of its own. A small disagreement can be twisted into drama. A private confession can become gossip at someone else's dinner table. And once trust is broken, it's incredibly hard to rebuild. Whether it's a long-standing conflict, a moment of weakness, or a painful past mistake, airing it out publicly doesn't solve the problem. It magnifies it. Keeping family matters private is not about hiding the truth. It's about protecting the people you love and preserving the space needed for healing. By maintaining that boundary, you give your family the chance to grow, reconcile, and move forward without the pressure of outside opinions or judgment. It's also about respect. Respect for the stories that shaped your family and respect for the fact that no one else will ever fully understand them the way you do. So next time you feel tempted to share a family issue for sympathy or validation, take a step back. Silence in this case isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Because when you protect your family's privacy, you protect the heart of what matters most. Ready for the next truth? It's one that hits very close to home, your health. Now let's talk about another deeply personal aspect of life, health, and more specifically, medications. As we age, our health naturally becomes a larger focus. It's not just about physical well-being, but also the emotional and mental strength needed to navigate the challenges that come with it. Whether we're managing chronic conditions, taking medications for certain ailments, or undergoing various treatments, health becomes a central part of our daily lives. But here's the thing, health is deeply personal. While it might seem harmless to share details about your health or medications with friends and family, it can open the door to unwanted attention. Suddenly, people may start offering unsolicited advice, even if they have no medical background. Well-meaning friends might suggest unverified alternative treatments, miracle cures, or even guilt you into trying something that might not be right for you. It's easy to be bombarded by advice, opinions, and solutions that often only add to the stress of managing your health. On the other side, when you reveal too much about your health and medications, it's easy for others to begin viewing you solely through the lens of your illness. Instead of seeing the full, vibrant person you are, people may start to see you only as a patient, someone defined by a diagnosis or treatment regimen. This can be incredibly isolating and reduce your identity to a list of symptoms or medications, which doesn't represent who you truly are. By keeping the details of your health private, you not only protect your dignity, but also maintain control over your own narrative. You decide who knows what, how much they know, and when they know it. Health should remain your business, your journey, your choices, your power. Keeping it private ensures that your identity remains intact, free from judgment or pity. Ready to dive into another important topic? Stay tuned for the next secret, one that's deeply connected to your personal life. Now let's touch on a topic that's often overlooked, especially as we grow older: sexuality. Intimacy is a fundamental part of being human, and it doesn't stop with age. In fact, for many people, relationships deepen and grow even more meaningful as the years pass. Our needs and desires evolve, and intimacy takes on new dimensions of connection, trust, and understanding. However, as natural as intimacy is, the details of your sexual life are yours and yours alone. In a world where privacy can sometimes feel like a luxury, revealing intimate details about your romantic life or sexual experiences can unintentionally invite judgment, misunderstanding, and even unsolicited advice. People may assume things about you, your relationship, or your choices, sometimes even turning a private and sacred bond into something to be scrutinized. The truth is, your sexual life is not anyone else's business, and it doesn't need to be shared to validate your relationships or your experiences. By keeping your intimacy private, you protect the sacredness of your connection with your partner. Intimacy is about trust, about shared moments that are personal and meaningful. When you keep the details of your sexual life to yourself, you preserve that sense of connection and ensure it remains something deeply personal, not open to external opinion or judgment. It's a space for both partners to share freely without the pressure of societal norms or expectations. Remember, intimacy is a reflection of love, respect, and mutual understanding. And these things are best kept between you and your partner. By keeping your intimate life private, you allow your relationship to flourish in its purest form, protected from the noise of the outside world. So let your love remain yours to define, without needing validation or approval. Ready for the next powerful secret? Let's dive into something that might surprise you: giving back. Let's now shift gears and talk about something that holds immense power in our lives: charity. Giving back to the world around us is one of the most fulfilling acts we can engage in. Whether it's donating money, offering time to a cause, or supporting those in need, charity brings a sense of purpose and connection. But there's a subtle art to giving, and it involves doing so quietly. In a world where social media constantly showcases acts of generosity, it's easy to fall into the trap of sharing every donation, every volunteer hour, or every good deed. But here's the secret: true generosity doesn't need to be announced. When we publicize our charitable acts, it can unintentionally shift the focus from the recipient to ourselves. It can come across as self-serving, as if we're seeking praise or validation for our generosity. And while there's nothing wrong with celebrating good deeds, the real essence of charity lies in the act itself, not in the recognition we receive. Think about it. When you give quietly without fanfare, the act of kindness becomes about the people you're helping, not about how it makes you look. It allows the recipient to maintain their dignity and autonomy, and it keeps the focus on their needs rather than your generosity. This kind of giving fosters true connection and respect, both for the cause and the people involved. Additionally, keeping your charitable acts private prevents unnecessary pressure on others. People may feel obligated to contribute, even if they're not in a position to do so. True charity is humble. It's about helping because you believe in the cause, not because you want to be seen as a hero. By giving quietly, you preserve the dignity of both the giver and the receiver, and you create a more meaningful impact. Ready for the next secret? It's all about honor and protecting the reputation you've worked so hard to build. Stay tuned. Now let's dive into a topic that becomes more and more valuable as we age: honor. As we journey through life, we build a legacy, an accumulation of experiences, achievements, and relationships that shape who we are. By the time we reach our later years, many of us have accomplished remarkable things: raising families, contributing to our communities, or succeeding in our careers. However, there's a powerful truth we must recognize. True honor comes from actions, not words. It's easy to fall into the trap of constantly talking about past successes. After all, we've worked hard, faced challenges, and overcome obstacles to get where we are today. Yet when we continually highlight our achievements or recount stories of past glory, we risk coming across as boastful or self-centered. In doing so, we may unintentionally alienate others, making them feel inadequate or envious. Think about it. When you talk about your successes all the time, it shifts the focus from the value of your work to the need for external validation. It also diminishes the authenticity of your accomplishments. The more you speak about what you've done, the less genuine the recognition becomes. People start seeing you as someone who needs praise, rather than someone who deserves respect. Instead, let your actions speak for themselves. The true measure of your honor is not in how often you recount your achievements, but in how you live each day with integrity, humility, and respect for others. Honor is earned through your choices, your kindness, and your quiet contributions. When you let your actions do the talking, you create an environment of respect, not only for yourself, but for those around you. So remember, what you've done is important, but how you live moving forward speaks volumes. Ready to uncover the next powerful secret? It's about letting go of past hurts, an essential key to peace. Stay tuned. Let's now turn inward and talk about something that many of us carry, often silently: insults, wounds, and emotional scars from the past. Whether it was a harsh word, a moment of humiliation, or a betrayal you never saw coming, these emotional injuries can stay with us far longer than we'd like. But here's the truth most people don't talk about. Repeating those painful stories doesn't free you. It binds you. Every time we revisit an old insult or retell a story of hurt, we breathe new life into it. We reopen wounds that are trying to heal, and instead of moving forward, we remain stuck in the past. It's like dragging around a suitcase full of pain, unpacking it for every new listener, hoping that validation will somehow make the weight lighter. But often it just makes the pain feel fresh all over again. Keeping these experiences private doesn't mean suppressing them. It means protecting your peace. It gives you the quiet space to process, to reflect, and most importantly, to heal on your own terms. Sharing every emotional wound can sometimes invite pity, judgment, or even casual dismissal from those who may not understand the depth of what you went through. And when that happens, the hurt only deepens. Letting go isn't forgetting. It's choosing not to let the insult define you. It's saying, yes, that happened, but it's no longer who I am. By keeping those old wounds close to your heart and choosing when or if to share them, you reclaim your emotional freedom. You create space for growth, resilience, and peace. Because here's the beautiful part. What you overcome in silence often becomes your greatest strength. Ready for the final secret? It's the quiet force that guides your every step, your personal beliefs. Let's explore it together. Finally, let's explore a deeply personal and powerful aspect of your life: your personal beliefs or mantras. These guiding principles, whether spiritual, philosophical, or simply words that resonate deeply with your soul, are the internal compass that helps you navigate life's challenges. They are your anchor in the storm, your reminder of who you are and what you stand for. And yet, there's a quiet strength in keeping them private. Why? Because when you share your mantra or belief with others, you risk diluting its power. What is sacred and personal to you might not be understood or appreciated by everyone. People may criticize, judge, or twist your beliefs into something they aren't. Suddenly, the strength you once found in these guiding words can feel less secure, less yours. It's as if the moment you speak them aloud, they lose their magic and become subject to external opinions. Keeping your mantra private preserves its purity. It allows you to hold it close, to let it evolve with you, and to derive its full power in solitude. There's something deeply empowering about having a belief or affirmation that is yours alone, something that doesn't require validation from others to be meaningful. It's your personal source of clarity, a constant reminder that no matter what life throws your way, you have the strength within you to rise above it. Your beliefs are yours to define, and they are strongest when they remain untainted by external judgment. By keeping them private, you retain the quiet power that they bring, an internal source of peace and direction that can guide you through life's toughest moments. So as you continue your journey, remember this: the greatest power lies in what you choose to keep to yourself. Ready to carry these secrets with you as you walk through life? Your next chapter begins now. As we age, we naturally begin to reflect on the life we've lived and the legacy we'll leave behind. But one of the most powerful things we can do during our later years is to remember that what we choose not to share can be just as important as what we choose to reveal. Privacy, in many ways, is not just a shield. It's a tool that helps protect our dignity, autonomy, and mental peace. When we choose to safeguard certain aspects of our lives, we are empowering ourselves to live on our own terms, free from the judgment and pressure of others. By preserving the privacy of our age, finances, family matters, health, and more, we create a space where we can live authentically. We can enjoy relationships based on mutual respect rather than assumptions. We can make decisions about our bodies, our money, and our beliefs without the influence of external opinions. Each of these 9 areas, age, money, family, health, sexuality, charity, honor, insults, and personal beliefs, represents a deeply personal part of who we are. And by keeping them private, we allow ourselves the freedom to evolve, to heal, and to continue living fully, no matter our age. It's not about secrecy. It's about maintaining control over what others know about us. The act of choosing what to share and what to keep private is a declaration of self-respect. It's an invitation to others to honor the boundaries we set and to understand that the most valuable parts of our lives are often the ones that are kept close to the chest. So as you move forward in your journey, remember that the most powerful aspects of your life might be the ones you choose to keep to yourself. By protecting these 9 secrets, you preserve your sense of self and ensure a more fulfilling, peaceful existence. Life doesn't need to be lived in the spotlight. It can be just as rich and meaningful in the quiet moments. If you found these insights helpful, make sure to like this video, share it with others who could benefit, and subscribe to our channel, Elderly Pathways, for more content like this. Protecting your peace and dignity is a journey we're all on, and together we can continue learning how to live fully, authentically, and with grace. Stay tuned for more empowering content, and remember, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is keep a little something just for yourself.